When everything goes wrong, most people fall apart with it. They panic, react impulsively, lose control of their mind, and allow circumstances to dictate their emotions. But the Stoics believed that chaos is not the enemy. Chaos is the test that reveals whether you truly command your inner world. Being calm when life is peaceful is easy. But being calm when everything collapses around you, this is the mark of real strength, real maturity, and real mastery. And today, you will discover how to access that strength within yourself. The first thing the Stoics taught is this: you must separate the event from your interpretation of the event. This is where most suffering is born. Something happens, an unexpected problem, a betrayal, a failure, a loss, and instantly the mind begins creating stories. This is the end. I will never recover. Everything is ruined. But Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The event itself is rarely unbearable. It is the story you attach to it that destroys your peace. When everything goes wrong, remind yourself, the situation is real, but my panic is optional. This single thought gives you back your power. The second Stoic secret is to return to the present moment. Chaos pulls your mind into the future. What if this gets worse? What if I fail? What if I lose everything? These thoughts multiply fear. But the Stoics practiced a simple discipline. They focused only on what was in front of them, not the imagined future, not the emotional projections, only the task, the moment, the breath. When you bring your attention back to the present, the storm begins to calm. You cannot solve future problems. You can only act now. And the now is always manageable. The third Stoic principle is to control your breathing. It may sound simple, but the Stoics understood something profound. The breath is the bridge between the body and the mind. When the breath becomes chaotic, the mind becomes chaotic. When the breath slows down, the mind follows. In difficult moments, inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a second, and exhale slowly. This signals to the nervous system that you are safe. Clarity returns, emotional pressure decreases, and your mind becomes steady again. A calm mind is not an accident. It is a physiological decision. The fourth principle is to embrace the idea that obstacles are not interruptions. They are part of the path. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." When things go wrong, you are being shaped, strengthened, and prepared for the future you desire. The Stoics believed that challenges are not punishments. They are training. And when you adopt this perspective, the emotion of resistance disappears. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How is this strengthening me?" This shift in perception transforms fear into fortitude. The fifth Stoic secret to staying calm is to narrow your focus. When life becomes overwhelming, the mind tries to solve everything at once. This is impossible, and it creates panic. The Stoics practiced a technique called the essential task. You do not need to fix everything today. You do not need to solve the entire crisis. You only need to identify the next right action, the one thing that moves you forward. Handle one task at a time, one thought at a time, one decision at a time. Narrow your world to what is essential, and suddenly the situation becomes bearable. The sixth Stoic teaching is to detach from outcomes. Most anxiety comes from trying to control what cannot be controlled. The Stoics focused on effort, not results. They acted with discipline, clarity, and intention, but they released attachment to how things turned out. They believed the universe has its own rhythm, and fighting it only causes suffering. When you detach from the need to control every outcome, your mind becomes untouchable. Inner peace returns, and from that peace, better decisions arise. The seventh Stoic secret is to strengthen your self-talk. In chaos, your internal voice becomes your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. If you tell yourself you are failing, you will collapse. If you tell yourself you cannot handle it, your mind will believe it. But if you tell yourself, I can face this, I can learn from this, I am not alone, I am stronger than I think, your mind will stabilize. Stoicism is not about pretending things are easy. It is about speaking to yourself with a tone that empowers rather than destroys. The eighth principle is to practice voluntary discomfort. The Stoics intentionally exposed themselves to small challenges: cold, hunger, silence, solitude. Why? Because comfort weakens the mind and discomfort strengthens it. When you train yourself to remain calm through minor difficulties, you prepare yourself to remain calm through major ones. Every day, do something difficult, not to punish yourself, but to expand your capacity for resilience. A strong mind is built, not born. The ninth principle is to remember that everything is temporary. No matter how difficult your situation is today, it will not last forever. Life moves, changes, evolves, corrects itself. Pain ends, storms pass, new opportunities emerge. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every day, time is a river. Everything flows, everything transforms. What feels overwhelming today will eventually become a memory. This perspective keeps your heart light. And finally, the 10th Stoic secret. Choose courage over fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision that something else matters more. Your peace matters more. Your clarity matters more. Your growth matters more. When you act with courage in the face of difficulty, you transform from someone who reacts to life into someone who commands life. And that is the ultimate goal of Stoicism: to make you the master of your inner world, no matter what happens around you. When everything goes wrong, you do not need to break with the world. You can remain calm, centered, and powerful. You can become the eye of the storm, the still point within chaos. And when you embody this, nothing can defeat you.